Hey everyone, today is August 8th, 2023. Hasn't rained in a couple of days, hasn't been hot or anything, but this road's dry enough. You just make a gigantic dust storm. Thankfully there's not much traffic out this far out in the middle of nowhere. We're probably maybe 80 miles from the pavement today. And we found this flooded area. I've never actually found it flooded before. I've always seen evidence of it, but it had already been done, or I think one time it was too severe. So we got the pipe right here, the main pipe. We're gonna try to unclog that. I'm gonna have to put on some bug spray. I'm already being bothered. Lots of nasty oil from the swamp. It's starting to get dark. It'll be completely dark in about an hour. And this is the time beavers start to get active. It looks like a big enough swamp. They probably won't be territorial. Don't see any noticeable beaver lodges. This might not even be a primary pond. It might be a secondary pond, meaning they don't live here. There might be another dam in the little valley with a much bigger pond. We also got this pipe here. We're just gonna focus on the bigger pipe at the moment. How deeply is it even clogged? Let's get down. Yeah, I don't know. This is a plastic pipe. It might be crushed. There might be another dam deeper in it, but the fact that I can't see daylight is a little bit concerning. Hopefully this one can be opened up. I don't see why not. The metal ones are almost never crushed. Can we see any daylight through here? No, that's sealed up to the top, but I hear rapids inside there, so that's a good sign. Other side of the road. The company, you see, they got it marked, spray painted, their rebar poles. You can see somebody cut it here, so they could easily get in here to the end of the pipe to take a look at it. There's the plastic pipe. Oh, now I see what's wrong with it. Maybe we can get a better look at it before. This area is going to become underwater if we are successful. So, all right, this pipe, I do not see daylight, but I'm still gonna try. Got this big log here, which we can't move. Hopefully too much debris doesn't get stuck against it. I don't think it'll be a problem. All this is from the excavator unclogging it. They just give it a big nudge and the whole thing pushes through with pressure. This culvert should be replaced in the near future. You see it's starting to rot out. Years of freeze and thaw, rocks tumbling through it, wore down the galvanization, accelerating the rust. Thankfully, it's only severe at the end. Inside, it's got holes, but it's not unusable where it would be a washout concern. See this? Too much stuff has been out here without the excavator grabbing it. This must have been so many uncloggings to get to that point, but by the looks of it, this is built up through the pipe a pretty good amount. So we'll save that for when the excavator eventually comes out. My goal is to get this big pipe going. Now you saw barely anything's trickling out of both of those pipes, meaning we open this thing up. This is not a big pond. It'll probably drop really rapidly, and it'll take probably weeks, not much rain in the forecast, to get back up to this level because it's entering so slow. Once we get rid of this, it takes a long time to get back up, and even if the beavers, which they probably will, start construction tonight, moose tracks, it'll take a long time and it'll buy the road a lot of time. It looks like down here, this road was likely flooding across before heavy machinery helped fix it. Right here looks like the grader did a lot of this work. These roads are incredibly smooth. One of the reasons is, even with all the rain that we had earlier this year, not many people use the road this far out in the wilderness. It's just logging companies. There's campgrounds out here. Rangers, hunters, that's about it this far out. Not a lot of traffic means not a lot of tires making the potholes bigger and bigger. These roads are very smooth. This road here, the posted speed limit is 45 miles an hour. Can easily do that. It's a very smooth road. Extremely smooth. Good thing there's no traffic. The dust storms are just so huge. It doesn't look like that dusty of a road, but I remember the biggest drought we ever had out here, every vehicle would stir up dust. It kept settling back to the road to the point it was actually slippery around corners. You'd be stirring up like an inch of dust just sitting on the surface of the roadway. All right, I'm gonna get all geared up and we'll get on in there. All right, I'm all geared up. I'm not even gonna put bug spray on. They're not really bothering me now, and we won't be here for that long doing it. On trips like this, when we're out in the wilderness for days at a time, I always try not to get too dirty on the first day. So right now I'm gonna go in here and set up camera number 2. Most of this year I got lucky because it's been raining almost every day. This is actually my first extremely dusty trip. And when it's dusty, every time you open or close a car door, all the dust sitting in the cracks just falls in. So it's inevitable. Every item in the vehicle, the bed, everything has to be washed, wiped down. Yeah, there's dust that'll never be coming out. So we're gonna set up camera number 2 now, down in here. Hopefully that's a good enough view. Not a great spot to be putting it. I don't think that's gonna fall the way it is. Yeah, there we go. Camera number 2 is going. Now let's get over to the other side of the road. Later in the week, this would probably start flooding across again. There is rain in the forecast coming soon. It was supposed to be raining today and yesterday. It just never happened. All right, let's see what we can do down there. I like the reflection of the sky. The water is so still. All right, we're gonna find out in the next minute if this is doable. Wow, that mud on this dam is bad. And by the smell, I suspect moose poop mixed into it. Wow, this mud is not great. Let's see. A little bit of acceleration, that's a good sign. I just gotta make a spot big enough on the top of the dam to be able to start pulling. There's no airspace yet. This water's not that stinky at the moment. Could be worse. I can slightly see through it now. Even if we get it open a bit, I'll be satisfied. It's just got to be able to work. There's something big in there that's not moving. I'm sure the other side on camera number 2, you might be able to see something so far. It's not a great angle. I wish I could stand there, but that's over my head. Remember, this pipe's big enough to walk through. I'm about to be itchy. Mosquitoes are attacking. Now we got something going. Something shifted, it completely shut off again. Maybe I can use this. That's not great. I need to push further. This dam is longer than I think. I'm definitely hitting a giant rock, if you can hear that. Useless. Maybe this will help us. I wish this was like a 5-foot pipe. Then I'd feel comfortable going inside it. But it looks like a 3.5 or maybe a 4. We just did something. I hear water starting up. Had enough of it. We're gonna flag it. That dam is over 8 feet thick. By looking in there, that's going to need an excavator to do it. It's moving slightly more, but not an amount I'm satisfied with. So we're going to put a ton of ribbons around here to make this area known. All right, we got it all flagged. Now that we're into the month of August, usually this starts to happen around June. This was a busy unclogging season, as you notice. I've been uploading giant clog videos almost every day. We're finally starting to get some dry weather. First time all year seeing dusty roads, and usually that's when I start making more travel and abandoned videos. So I guess it's time to start transitioning. I've been driving on these roads 8 hours today. And this is the most we've found as far as beaver-related things. They're just really trapping and hunting them this year very quickly now because they cause so much damage to the roadways. If you look down here, what I just did, it's because the water's so deep, the opening, you can't really see much, but I went over to the other side. We actually got more flowing than I thought. We go down here. It's like 10 or more times better than when we got here, but still disappointed at how little we could actually do. A beaver's can easily plug that. They can just take mud from the bottom and just smear it there literally in just a couple minutes. So, but that's all we can do. I wish it was a big enough pipe that we could actually get behind it. I'd remove a foot. This is a small pond, it'll drop very fast. Remove another foot for safety reasons, but not today. All right, everyone, we're back in. Today was actually a very good day for one reason. These roads here, like I said, I've been driving for like 8 hours and we didn't find much of anything. And it's also a lot of fuel trying to go around finding these clogs. Today, the logging company said that they're going to give me a free pass, which that's a really good bonus because these roads here, you have to pay a pretty big toll to use them. And because I'm doing this work, they're going to give me a pass for these roads so I don't have to pay the toll anymore. Winter's coming. I'm starting to realize really fast days are getting shorter and shorter. It's only 6:30 and I'm noticing it's starting to get dark already. What do you think of this road? It's kind of pretty. Not showing up the best on the camera, but this road, they use red shale rock to make it. They use whatever they can find. It's not feasible to truck in anything. So they make random gravel pits out of the nearest hill or mountain. And usually out here it's shale. Not the best thing because it's sharp. It cuts your tires sometimes. I've actually never had a tire completely destroyed by that. But if you have the wrong type of tires, like soft tires for a road, for a better ride, you come out here, you'll notice thousands of superficial cut marks all over them. But I can't say I've ever had a actual rock destroy a tire. I had a slit not too long ago, but I don't think it was a rock. So it's starting to get dark. We'll start up again first thing in the morning. Try to look for more stuff. Tonight I'll be making a moose watching video and I'll post that as a vlog on my second channel. And I hope today's video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching and have a great night. I expect it to be completely dark in about an hour. Now that it is dusk, that's the time you might see moose on the road. Last year was the hottest year ever for this area in recent times, and it drove all the moose further north. But now they're back. This has been like the coolest year I've experienced. It's been raining, overcast every day from clouds and wildfire smoke. It's been a very cool year. We never experienced any big heat waves or anything. It's been an overall below average year for temperature and way above for rain. So the moose are still in the area this year. That's a good thing. So I'm sure we'll see some of them now that it's starting to become dusk. Thanks for watching. This section of road has had a lot of construction in the past couple months since I was last here. Look at this. New drainage ditches. This was a tight road. They're going to be logging it again, I can tell. They're trying to get it back to where it's 2 lanes. They're going to have to grade it a whole bunch or bring in a bunch of fill because the other lane there, it's not ready to be driven on yet. Big widening project going on here. Got to be wide enough for 2 log trucks to pass. In the summertime, because there's a lot of mud, they're normal size trucks, 22-wheel tractor trailers. But you come here in the winter, they have double wide trailers that need spots to pass. The whole road doesn't have to be that big, but they use CB radios so one can pull over and wait for the other to pass. But in the winter, those trucks can weigh over 200,000 pounds, only when the road is frozen. Otherwise, they'd sink and get stuck somewhere.